AI chatbots are everywhere. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, DeepSeek, and Perplexity. But here is the real question. When you type into them, who is protecting your privacy and who is collecting your data? Let's break it down. ChatGPT, OpenAI. ChatGPT is extremely popular. By default, OpenAI stores your conversations and may use them to train its models unless you disable that option. To register, OpenAI requires a phone number for verification. On some devices, the app has been known to collect your phone number automatically without asking. If you delete your account, OpenAI removes most of your data within 30 days, and your phone number after 30 days. However, they may retain a limited set of data longer if required by law. Gemini at Google. Gemini requires a Google account to use. Every chat is stored in your Google activity history, which is turned on by default unless you explicitly switch it off. Google uses your activity to provide, develop, and improve its services, including training its AI models. Some chats may also be reviewed by human evaluators. If you use Gemini alongside other Google services like Search, YouTube, or Chrome, those histories can be linked together. You can delete individual chats or all activity, and you can set auto-delete to 3, 18, or 36 months. Most data is removed quickly, but chats reviewed by humans or related metadata may be retained for up to 3 years. Because Google's business model depends on advertising and profiling, using Gemini feeds into that broader system. Claude, Anthropic. Claude starts with better privacy intent than many rivals. During onboarding, it asks whether you want to help improve the model by sharing your chats and coding sessions, though that toggle is on by default. It also asks for your date of birth. If you use integrations like Slack or Notion, your chats may also be visible to those platforms. If you delete your account, Claude removes your chats and coding sessions within 30 days. But if you enabled the Help Improve Claude option, some data may be retained for up to 5 years. Anthropic may also retain minimal data when required by law or for security. Grok, XAI. Grok is built directly into X, formerly Twitter, but it also allows login with Google or email accounts. If you use Grok through your X account, your X activity like posts, reposts, likes, and your profile data can be linked. By default, this linking is turned on. What is also turned on by default is X using your social data to train XAI models, including Grok. If you use Grok outside X, the Improve the Model toggle is off by default, which is a positive step. Even though parts of Grok's model are open source, the service itself still runs on XAI's servers and inherits X's weak privacy practices and data policies. When you delete your conversation history or your Grok account, the data is removed from XAI systems within 30 days, unless retention is required for legal or security reasons. DeepSeek. DeepSeek is a fast-growing AI company based in China. This interface looks similar to ChatGPT, and like ChatGPT, it uses your data to train its models by default, though you can opt out. It also asks for your date of birth, similar to Claude. The real issue is not just what it collects, but who can access it. Under Chinese law, companies must share user data with the government on request, and DeepSeek stores and processes data in China. You can delete your account, and DeepSeek says it will delete or anonymize your data, but the policy allows retention as long as necessary for legal, business, or model improvement purposes. Perplexity. Perplexity works like an AI-powered search engine. You don't need to sign in to use it, which is the most private way to interact with it. If you do create an account to unlock extra features, AI data retention is on by default. You can request deletion of your account or data. Perplexity says it removes personal information from servers within 30 days, though system logs or legal records may persist longer. The good news is that Perplexity is not as tied to advertising as Google, but its AI browser Comet collects browsing activity like visited URLs, search queries, open tabs, and downloads. Most of this stays local, but data may be sent to Perplexity when you use AI features. Comet does not sell or share data under privacy laws like CCPA, but browsing behavior can be used for personalization and in-app ads. Recently, its cloud-based AI has been vulnerable to indirect prompt injection, which could expose sensitive data, adding another layer of concern. Here is your privacy scoreboard. Claude leads, especially if you disable training. Similarly, ChatGPT can be made safer, but stores a bit more by default. Perplexity sits in the middle. Gemini is risky, as it ties into Google's ad-driven model. Grok is weaker, linking chats to your X account identity. And DeepSeek is the weakest, with almost no privacy guarantees under strict government oversight. One key point applies to all of them. These tools collect more in the background than most users realize, including IP address, device information, and usage data. None of them fully erase every trace when you delete. Retention rules and legal constraints mean minimal data can linger. Here are some tips to safeguard your privacy. Use a separate or anonymous account so your chats are not tied to your main identity. Always disable training options where possible. Delete your conversations regularly. Avoid sharing sensitive personal or business data. Use a VPN to hide your IP, though it cannot mask billing or device fingerprints. When you subscribe, billing data always links back to you unless you use anonymous payment methods. AI is powerful, but every word you type can still be stored, analyzed, and connected back to you. Choose your tools with care, adjust your settings, and never share more than you are willing to lose.